Good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to welcome you all to be here this evening. U.S. News and World Report recently named Lexington, Kentucky as the 15th best place to live in America. And having moved to Fayette County 3 years ago, I wholeheartedly understand why and do agree. One of the reasons behind this accolade is the exceptional quality of public schools made possible by the teachers and staff in this room today and throughout our district. Our schools are the cornerstone of our community, preparing our students for remarkable futures. We have students attending every Ivy League in our nation. We have students that leave to us right out of high school prepared for their careers due to industry-recognized certification that you've received, and we have sub-students who even go on to serve our country through military service. We also have students who, through our dual credit program, earned associate degrees simultaneously while earning their high school diploma. And we value our teachers so much that we have implemented a curriculum to allow our students to study to be a teacher while still in high school and help them go on to pursue this noble profession. The dedication of our teachers and staff from pre-K through high school is transformative. It sets our students on a path to demonstrate and to achieve their wildest dreams. That's why I've passionately advocated for initiatives such that will demonstrate the immense power that teachers have and to support this profession in general. The Fayette County Board of Education have made historic investments in teachers' salaries over the years, recently making us the largest starting teacher pay in the entire Commonwealth. Additionally, for our classified staff, nearly raising and doubling the minimum pay for classified staff as well. And we've introduced wellness programs such as access to mental health professionals, paid leave for long-term disability, as well as most recently the introduction of paid parental leave. Another thing I'm very proud of is the implementation of our recognition program for staff, such as the Teacher of the Year program and our Global Awards initiative. These allow us to celebrate the outstanding teachers and staff and all of the accomplishments that you make in an effort to support our students throughout the year. And today I'm honored to announce the introduction of our newest accolade, the Distinguished FCPS Alumni Award. This award is a testament not only to the person receiving it, but to the lasting impact that our educators have on their students. FCPS alumni have excelled in virtually every field and industry worldwide. And this new award aims to recognize those who have achieved greatness, thanks to, in large part, the foundation built right here in our schools. By honoring our distinguished alumni, we celebrate these teachers and staff who played pivotal roles in their journeys, whether it's helping a shy child find their confidence and voice, boosting a struggler reader's confidence, or inspiring students to pursue their passion. This influence of our educators is completely immeasurable. The Distinguished FCPS Alumni Award is a way of saying thank you to our educators who made a difference, those who helped a student become more comfortable speaking, who instilled confidence in a struggling reader or ignited a passion in a student for the arts, for STEM field, or even public service. These daily interactions over time contribute to the excellence our students achieve. I couldn't be more proud of our staff, and I'm confident we will continue to foster greatness for the benefit of our entire world. Distinguished FCP Alumni Award given today and annually thereafter is not only a testament to the greatness of each individual alumnus, but also a testament to the exceptional education and support they received right here in Lexington, Kentucky, and a Fayette County Public Schools classroom.
Those of you who know me know I often quote the classic proverb, "It takes a village." And we are very fortunate here in Fayette County to have a village that cares about and invests in our public schools. We are fortunate to have a welcoming and diverse school community who realize that before a child can learn, they must know and feel like they belong. It does take a village. It takes bus drivers and monitors, the very first people who greet our students each and every day. It takes food service workers who serve our students their meals. It takes maintenance, custodial, and facility workers who maintain over 75 campus and facilities here in Fayette County to keep our district humming. It takes school nurses and mental health professionals who help us support the whole child, because we know our schools are asked to do far more than educate today. It takes front office staff, support staff, instructional assistants who, trust me, as an educator, I can say this, keep us all on track. And it takes educators who ignite the flame of curiosity and open the doors of opportunity for each and every child entering our classrooms. It takes business and community partners who understand that no conversation about economic development can happen without discussing public schools. It takes families who are choosing to send their children to our public schools because they know that here we offer quality education. And it takes a governor. It takes a governor who believes in the value of public education and understands the promise and potential of it. It takes a governor who is a proud graduate of our public schools and who sends his own kids to public schools. It takes a governor who understands that public schools are the bedrock of every community in this Commonwealth. It takes a governor who is not afraid to use his platform or his power to fight alongside us as we protect, promote, and strengthen public education here and across the country. A governor whose very first decision was naming an educator as his lieutenant governor. And we are so proud to have Jacqueline Coleman, whom I consider a friend and colleague, standing alongside him in this work as Kentucky's highest elected educator. Governor Beshear understands that communities depend on building bridges, both literally and figuratively. He understands the passion we share for the success of our children can be our biggest source of unity and not a cause of division. He understands that politics that demeans is destructive to progress and the freedom that is core to our work. From advocating for our educators as Attorney General and Governor to shepherding our Commonwealth through a pandemic, from making Kentucky a leader in economic development to governing with compassion and conviction, from wrapping his arms around eastern and western Kentucky as they recovered from devastating storms to expanding healthcare access, Governor, to hundreds of thousands of Kentuckians. Governor Beshear's leadership is a testament to a will forged and shaped in these very halls. And yes, Governor, I promise we're working on a new building here. A reminder that a public education opens a world of possibility and prepares students to excel in a global society, engage as active citizens, and keep alive the promise of democracy. It is a testament that our public educators do indeed make every other profession and career possible, even being governor of our Commonwealth. That is why we are honored to not only present our first ever Distinguished Alumni Award to Governor Andy Beshear, a 1996 graduate of Henry Clay High School, but Governor, we are also proud to announce that we are officially naming the award the Andy Beshear Distinguished Alumni Award for all future recipients. Governor Beshear, I'll invite you up here as we thank you for all you do for our Commonwealth, for public education. We are proud to have you as a partner and a distinguished alumni of Fayette County Public Schools.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That'd be great. Let me grab that.
Oh, you're fine. Governor, thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and given the time it is, thank you all for staying. This is really kind of Fayette County Public Schools, kind of you all to welcome me back into halls, at least most of the halls that I walked to, though this wasn't here at the time. I came into Fayette County Public Schools a shy kid, not sure about the world around him or who liked him, not sure about my value. And the educators in this school, my parents, and so many other people invested in me every single day. On the hard days, they were there helping. On the good days, they were there celebrating. But the educators at this school and at every Fayette County public school do such amazing work, truly loving the students that are there and doing their very best. So thank you to each of you all. And I couldn't be more excited to do this at Henry Clay High School. I support all of our public schools in Kentucky, certainly all of Fayette County public schools, being a graduate of them, but I went here. And this has been one of my first opportunities to come back. This is an experience that, while a couple decades apart, I'm going to say a couple, it makes me feel better, we share together. And I look forward to following all of your careers and your big, bright futures as graduates from Henry Clay High School. And I hope years later you'll be able to look back, and it'll look a little differently when you look back, not dealing with the day-to-day or the ups and the downs. And you'll be able to think of those educators, those teachers, those bus drivers, and others that invested in you, that saw you on that day where you were struggling and tried to talk to you and tried to help. Or were there on that day that you reached that amazing achievement. And you could see how proud they were to have been a small part of the amazing things that you have done. And this is a special award. I had no idea y'all were going to name it after me. Listen, in the capital I work in, no one's ever going to name anything after me. So it is truly an honor, and one I hope others will appreciate as they come through. But I'm also glad to be here with you today because I know you've had an incredibly difficult time here near the end of school. To be your age and to lose two classmates, that isn't easy. As someone that's lost a number of people, especially in the last couple years, in some very difficult circumstances, we just passed the one-year anniversary of losing one of my best friends in a mass shooting. Grief is hard. It's difficult. And I'm sorry that you all, as a community, have had to deal with the loss of Emmanuel and Dion. I know for many of you, that's somebody you knew well or somebody you got to see in the hallways each and every day. And it's not fair that they're no longer in your life or here with us. Being a teenager is hard. Being a teenager was hard when I was a teenager, and there was no such thing as social media. Now, I remember somebody say something nasty about you, and you thought the whole world knows. Now, somebody can say something nasty about you in a way where they try to make the whole world know. The pressures that you all are facing are tougher than anything that I had to go through, that many of your educators had to go through. So I hope that you see us as listening and trying to hear, listening to the challenges that you and your classmates face, because if we truly care about you the way that I know I do, and we as a state should, we ought to be trying to find those ways to lift you up and to face those unique challenges that your generation is facing that others haven't. You know, one of those was the pandemic. And I know we don't talk about the pandemic these days. I became governor 3 months before the pandemic, and it was a challenge for all of us. But I want you to know that the sacrifices that you all made, because you had to as students, you had to give up things that you couldn't get back. Whether that was a certain graduation or others that people have gone through, but because of your sacrifice, people are still here. People are still on this earth to make those good memories with their friends and families. My hope is that collective sacrifice that you all made, if properly recognized, will help you to be one of the most purpose-filled generations that we've seen, that understands each of our actions can impact those around us, whether we've ever met them or not. What we choose to do on a daily basis, whether we choose to do the right things, can have those ripple effects that ultimately impact so many people around us. What I saw from you all and our other young adults in Kentucky was amazing leadership. You got it. It wasn't easy every day, but you understood that if somebody's parent or brother or sister could still be with us today, that you could adjust, you could be flexible, and ultimately you could help us get through this, and you could help us get through it together. I know in the coming days, with what you've gone through at the end of school, you're going to be left with many emotions. Those are emotions of anger, sadness, grief, and grief's tough. Sometimes things feel like they were 10 years ago, and sometimes they feel like they were 10 minutes ago. So I want to be here today just to ask you if you're okay, and then to let you know it's okay if the answer is no. I've tried to say as governor, because everybody looks at you as governor and they say, you're supposed to be really tough. You're never supposed to say you don't know. Well, during that pandemic, if you were watching, I said I don't know a lot. But I also want to tell you it is okay to not be okay. With everything that we have seen in this state, from pandemics to tornadoes to floods to those shootings to an inexplicable loss of 2 high school students and classmates, that it's okay to reach out to people. You are not alone. There's somebody you need to talk to, you tell them I sent you. And then you let me know how the customer service was. But I mean it. I mean it as your governor. I mean it as a dad. I have a 14-year-old son and a 13-year-old daughter, but I love more than life itself. And while they haven't gone through this, I can see the struggles of being 13, 14, and 15. And that's one of the reasons we're trying to prioritize mental health. That's okay. We can wave. We're trying to prioritize mental health in a new way in this Commonwealth. No stigma, just love. No judgment, just acceptance. Just the idea that we all go through things that our minds and our bodies are not meant to handle. And that's why some people, I was just at a psychology class, go through a lot of schooling so that they can be there just like that doctor for your physical health. At those times, maybe we just need to be lifted up a little bit. And if something like that helps us through the next day or the next week or the next month, it's absolutely worth it. The other thing I'd ask is just support each other. If somebody's going through something tough, being there for a friend, being there for a relative. It could seem small. It could just be smiling when somebody is having a tough day, but you never know when that's the day. Then that's the thing that might turn the tide for so many people that are out there. Your job is to be there for each other after what you've been through. But just think about what that can mean on that toughest of days. The memory of Emmanuel and Dion will ripple through you in this community, in this world. So it's a tough time. But I'm really grateful that you had me here today and allowed me to talk to you about this. I thought about just coming in and talking about being governor and the exciting things that we've been through. But my job's to be here for you. Now, everything we do is about trying to build that better world. I'm now reelected and term limited, so everybody can be happy about something. And I keep thinking, why do people get into this if the only thing they care about at the end of the day is the number of D's versus R's or red versus blue? Aren't you just exhausted on TV? It seems like everything is supposed to be a battle between those two, from the car you drive to the cola that you drink. I mean, our job in these jobs and in these jobs is to leave the world and the Commonwealth and your family in a better place. And sometimes that's talking about jobs, which I love to do. A record $30.6 billion in new private sector investment, 52,700 new jobs. Third in economic development last year, second the year before in the country. That's us. We're building the 2 biggest battery plants on planet Earth, the cleanest, greenest recycled paper mill, and I know your day's about to end, so I'm going to be real fast. It's about opportunity for you. But remember to reach that opportunity, that big, bright future that awaits each and every one of you. Sometimes we got to reach out and take a little help. I know I did along the way, and I hope you will too. Now, this school and Fayette County Public Schools helped mold me from somebody who was shy to now somebody who doesn't care about anybody's opinion on Twitter, especially anybody's opinion on Twitter. It's about trying to get us to that stage where we can all, reach our full maximum potential. And as I look at everybody out here, that's what we want for you. So thank you to Fayette County Public Schools, but to all the students here who stayed a little while longer, even when I immediately came in and walked to the restroom, because even when you're governor, you've got to make those stops sometimes. I'm just grateful to see you and to see your journey. And if there is any way that I or any of these amazing educators who deserve to be paid a whole lot more, but thank you to Fayette County Public Schools right now for, I believe, paying the most in the entire state to your educators. I know we all want to be here for you and with you. So thank you for the award. It is the largest punch bowl I've ever received, and I'm very excited about it. Thank you to the ambassadors that showed me around today in the classroom that asked such good questions. And folks, be excited about what's going on in your Commonwealth. Now, I know it's a time of difficulty, but I'm telling you, there's going to be more opportunity out there in front of you in Kentucky than any generation's ever seen, so no pressure. It's just our entire future ultimately riding on your shoulders. But I know you are ready for it. I know you're going to be the next CEOs here in Kentucky. Thank you all very much.